You've eaten it hundreds of times. It's on every restaurant menu from fast food chains to Michelin star establishments, the Caesar salad. But here's what nobody tells you. It has nothing to do with the Roman emperor. The salad wasn't invented in Italy, and the story of how it came to be involves prohibition, quick improvisation, Hollywood celebrities traveling across the border, a family dispute that lasted decades, and a young Julia child witnessing it. This is the true story of the Caesar salad, and trust me, you've never heard it told like this. January 1920. The United States makes a decision that will accidentally create one of the world's most famous dishes. The 18th Amendment goes into effect. Prohibition. Alcohol is now illegal across America. But here's the thing about telling Americans they can't have something. They find a way to get it anyway. And for the wealthy elite of Southern California, especially Hollywood's biggest stars, the solution was simple. Just drive 20 minutes south. Tijuana, Mexico. Before Prohibition, it was a sleepy border town of barely 1,000 people. But almost overnight, it transformed into what newspapers called a bustling entertainment hub. The legendary Agua Caliente Casino opened in 1928. A $2.5 million resort with gambling, horse racing, and all the alcohol you could drink. Clark Gable would give his jockey a leg up before races. Charlie Chaplin strolled through the halls. A teenage Rita Hayworth was discovered dancing there. Jean Harlow, Bing Crosby, Gary Cooper, they all came to play. And right in the heart of this action, on Avenida Revolution, sat a small Italian restaurant owned by an immigrant from a tiny village on Lake Maggiore. His name was Caesar Cardini, but everyone called him Caesar. Caesar Cardini arrived in America around 1913, like millions of Italian immigrants chasing the American dream. He wasn't a trained chef. He was an entrepreneur with a sharp eye for opportunity. He opened his first restaurant in Sacramento, California, partnering with a man named William Brown. But then Prohibition hit. His liquor license vanished overnight. The restaurant failed. His partner declared bankruptcy. Cardini was wiped out, so Cardini did what any smart businessman would do. He relocated to San Diego, but opened his restaurant just across the border in Tijuana, where his American customers could legally drink. He called it simply Caesar's Place. The restaurant sat on Avenida Revolucion, blocks from the border. Americans could walk across for lunch, get pleasantly drunk, eat an Italian meal, and be home for dinner. Business was booming, and then came the day that would change everything. Early July, 1924, a Friday, the start of a long holiday weekend, and Caesar Cardini was about to run out of food. Picture this, a summer holiday weekend. Crowds stream across the border in record numbers, seeking legal entertainment and dining. Caesar's Place is absolutely slammed. The kitchen runs out of their regular menu items. Caesar's daughter Rosa would later recount that her father simply wasn't prepared for that many people. He's staring at what's left, some romaine lettuce, Parmesan cheese, eggs, olive oil, lemons, Worcestershire sauce, stale bread. Here's where Caesar Cardini proves he's not just a restaurant owner, he's a showman. Instead of apologizing to his customers instead of closing early, he wheels a cart right into the middle of the dining room, and he puts on a performance. He crushes garlic into a large wooden bowl, adds Worcestershire sauce, cracks coddled eggs, just barely heated for 1 minute, right over the romaine. He drizzles olive oil, squeezes fresh lime, grates Parmesan. Then he tosses it all together with theatrical flourishes. And here's the detail everyone forgets. The original Caesar salad wasn't chopped. It was served as whole leaves. You were supposed to pick them up by the stem and eat them with your fingers. Like elegant Italian finger food. The customers went crazy. They'd come for forbidden drinks and stumbled onto something genuinely new. Word spread immediately, and within weeks, Caesar Cardini had the most talked about dish on the border. But here's where the story gets complicated, because Caesar Cardini wasn't the only one claiming credit. His brother, Alessandro, Alex, had his own version of events. Alex was a World War I pilot for the Italian Air Force. He moved to Tijuana in 1926 to work with his brother, and he claimed he'd been making a similar dish, one he called the aviator's salad, for American pilots from nearby Rockwell Field Air Base, a restorative salad for pilots who'd overindulged the night before. Alex's version was different. He used lime juice instead of lemon, and crucially, he topped his croutons with mashed anchovies, something Caesar refused to do. Caesar felt anchovies were too strong. He believed the tiny amount of anchovy already in Worcestershire sauce was enough. The brothers eventually split. Each opened their own restaurant. Each claimed to have invented the salad. And this feud would continue for the rest of their lives. It even drew in culinary figures decades later. Julia Child publicly backed Caesar's claim. The Mexican food authority Diana Kennedy sided with Alex. The discussion continued among food writers and chefs. After Caesar died in 1956, his daughter Rosa took up the fight. Alex offered a $1,000 reward to anyone who could prove him wrong. Rosa took him up on it. The result? A family dispute without a clear resolution. In 1925, a 12-year-old Julia Child visited Caesar's. She never forgot the salad, especially how the eggs made the greens all creamy. The salad was later named the greatest recipe to originate from the Americas in 50 years. Caesar Cardini eventually bottled his famous dressing, and his original restaurant in Tijuana. It still serves the salad tableside today. So here's the twist that nobody talks about. The Caesar salad you eat today, it's almost nothing like the original. Caesar never used anchovies. He never used garlic. He definitely never added chicken or bacon. There were no small chopped croutons, just a single slice of toasted baguette, and you were supposed to eat it with your hands. The dish that Rosa Cardini defended her entire life, the recipe Julia Child published in her cookbook, the creation that won international awards. It was simpler, lighter, and more elegant than the richer, anchovy-forward, thicker-dressed versions common today. The irony is beautiful. Alex Cardini's version, with the anchovies, is actually closer to what most restaurants serve now. In the end, maybe both brothers won. 100 years ago, a restaurant owner improvised a dish for American visitors far from home. He used what he had. He put on a show, and accidentally created one of the most ubiquitous items on menus worldwide, the Caesar salad, created in Mexico by an Italian immigrant for American customers, distinct from ancient Rome or traditional Italian cuisine. That's the meal mystery of the Caesar salad. Subscribe for more food origin stories that will change how you see your plate.